Giving constructive feedback is really important. You want to give people guidance on how to make changes, not simply come across as critical or having a negative opinion about them as a person. So useful feedback should focus on what a team member is doing and not who they are. So for example, you interrupt others to state your opinion and you don't speak up during group discussions. These are specific examples that are behavior. And you want to always try to use specific examples as much as possible so that people can connect those behaviors with what they're being asked to change. You want to avoid using vague labels. So don't say things like you are too arrogant or you are too shy. Instead, use these specific descriptions of what they're doing, how they're behaving, in order to give that impression. It's hard to change who you are, but it's easy to change what you do. Now, one important technique for giving effective constructive feedback is something called the sandwich approach. And you may have heard this one before. Essentially what it means is you are sandwiching a negative or constructive piece of feedback with two positive comments. So you want to open with a positive comment. Recognize some of the strengths or one of the strengths of the person that you're asking to change. Now, follow that up with a specific example, a behavior-based example of how you're asking them to change and what you think they can do better. And then close with a supportive comment. Make them feel like you believe that they can enact the changes that you're asking them to. So here's an example of the sandwich technique in practice. Your presentation was great. You made good eye contact and you seemed really well prepared. But you were a little hard to hear at the back of the room. Try speaking louder next time. I know that with some practice, you will get better at this. Keep up the good work. So this is an example of the sandwich technique. Now it does seem a little bit wordier, but it gives you that good balance of positive reinforcement and some constructive advice on how to improve. So remember to use a sandwich technique whenever possible to make people more receptive and open to change when you're giving them feedback.